Hello, it's Haley, and we're actually doing a surprise video game video today because I just finished playing Stray. I don't know, what, 10, 15, 20 minutes ago? And what a great game, actually. Okay, let me not get ahead of myself. Non-spoiler summary of Stray. This game, you play as a cat. It's a single player story based game. It's very short. Maybe you could probably beat it in I think my playtime was a little over 6 hours, and that's because I stopped to look for things and got stuck a lot because I am dumb. But probably the average person could get it done in like 4 hours, and there's even an achievement for speed running the game in an hour, I think, or 2 hours. Something like that. It's very short. The non-spoiler summary I would give you is you are a cat who gets separated from his little group and ends up in this society made up entirely of robots. Very human robots, though. Not like they look like humans, but like they're robots with very human emotions. And you're basically stuck in this dome, and you want to get back into the outside world. That's my non-spoiler summary for you. So I'm going to give you to the count of 3, and then I'm going to talk about it a little bit more. 1, 2, 3. Alright, for those who stuck around, what a game, am I right? If you have played it, that is. What a game. If you haven't played it, and you're in the mood for something short and sweet, go ahead and play it. I think the little additions they made, being able to claw at things and knock things over, and all those fun little interactables were great. The story was really good. I was pretty much hooked from the beginning. Like, as soon as he fell into that, dome world, and you get the signs from the computers, I didn't know what was about to happen. I didn't know what I was in store for because I went into this entirely blind. 100% worth it, man. It's interesting that the robot ended up being human. Used to be a human, not anymore. And they're, connected to the network or something. I don't really get that, but I also didn't get all the memories either because I didn't know that you could miss stuff and never go back for it. So once I realized that there was stuff I missed and I couldn't go back for, I was like, alright, well, I guess I'm just not gonna specifically focus on memories anymore. Another thing I liked was things that you think are just side quests turn out to be things you need to do for the main story. So it kind of rewards exploration. Like, you want to go around and look at things and interact with people. It's kind of like, now, credit where credit is due, I've not even come close to finishing Majora's Mask. As a matter of fact, I started playing Majora's Mask for the first time and put it down to play this instead because Majora's Mask was incredibly difficult for me. But I say that to say, this is kind of the same thing where it rewards going around, talking to people and interacting with side characters that aren't a part of the main story, but without that really irritating, time jump, have to do everything over again nonsense that I got from Majora's Mask. Looking for the different collectibles was fun, and most of them, pro tip, if you haven't played yet, or if you're planning on replaying or something, almost everything you need is going to be in the slums. That's realistically, that's the first half of your game, is the slums. Everything after that goes a lot, there's a lot less things to collect. You've already collected the majority of the things you're looking for in the slums, I feel like. I could be wrong on that, but just based off of what collecting I was able to do, it seemed about half of it was just in the slums. The controls were surprisingly not clunky. I cannot say that for a lot of games that were ported from, I don't know if this was ported from PC or not, but there are some games like Ready or Not, for example. I find that very clunky on the PlayStation 5, and I don't know, I feel like it would be easier on the PC, I just don't have one. But Stray on the PS5 was very, like, fluid. Granted, there's not a whole lot complicated, like, there's not a whole lot to complicate it in the first place. There's not a lot of controls. Your main controls are just moving around, jumping, and running. And then eventually you get like a vaporizing light thing and a flashlight that you really never have to use. I got very emotional on the ending, and once you start hacking the like security system thing, after that first like berserk, you know, that happened to B12, I was like, oh, okay, so the only one making it to the surface is gonna be the cat, whom I dubbed Milo, by the way, which is a reference to Milo and Otis. But anyway, yeah. As soon as that happened to B12, I was like, alright, it's just gonna be the cat. And then for B12, like, for all of the robots to see the outside world from below, I felt like that was like, because so many characters sacrificed themselves so that the cat and B12 could at least make it up, so that at least somebody got up there. And I feel like this was kind of like a trade-off, like B12 won't get to see, granted the only technically human of the group, but B12 sacrificed themselves so that every other character in the story gets to, yeah, even the ones that like did not remotely care, all got to see the sunlight, the outside, the sky, the real sky. And also, what luck that it happened to be daytime when that happened, because it just looks like perpetual night throughout the story, because, you know, it's just a dome with a bunch of lights on it. Which was a cool reveal when you found that out, or at least for me, when I found that out, that it was like, oh, it's not nighttime in here, that's just a ceiling with lights. That's crazy. And to watch it open up like that, and I watched the whole thing, like I just sat there and watched it, and that was so freaking cool. I was hoping that it would let you take B12 up with you to the surface, but it wouldn't. You just sit there and nap. But yeah, I mean, you know, like, what a game. I liked the stealth sections. I liked the running away from the Zerk sections. I liked the side quests, which some of them turned out to be actual quests. I liked I don't achievement hunt often, but this game was already so short, and if I really, really, really like a game, recently, like in the last, basically since I got a PS5. Once I got a PS5, suddenly my brain was like, okay, because this is when I started playing single player games again. It's been so long before my PS5 where I was like sitting down playing single player games. So, not to say that I never did, but it's just been a while. So nowadays, when I like pick up a single player game that I'm really enjoying, and I'm playing it blind, mind you, that's an important factor, I will try to achievement hunt a little bit. I don't go for 100% just because that's too much for me, but if it looks like something that I could do, like that I feel like I could do and not be going too out of my way, or if it's fun enough that it's worth going out of my way, I'll do some achievements. And I've done that with 2 games so far I can think of off the top of my head. Is Spider-Man 2 and Stray. I feel like there's another one that I did too. It is currently escaping my memory. I don't really have any complaints, to be honest. I guess the main takeaway is just, yeah, this was a really fun game, and I'm sad that it's over. I'm not sure what I'm gonna play next, and I didn't really plan on making a video about this, but I was like, you know, why not? You know, there's a story to talk about, and I had fun with it, and what's wrong with a little video game a little video game review here and there, you know? If you haven't checked out Stray, give it a whirl, especially if you find it on sale. I think I got it because it was a free game for PlayStation Plus like 2 months ago at the time of recording. Sometimes there's some real gems on those free PlayStation games. If you catch it on sale, I don't know what the full price is. I think the full price is like $30. I don't know if it's worth $30 for what's essentially 4 hours of gameplay. That's really up to you. To put it into perspective, Dispatch was like $30, $40, and that was at least 8 hours of gameplay minimum. So if you catch it for like $15, I'd say it's worth it for sure. But yeah, that's really all I have to say. Thank you for listening. Have a great day. Bye-bye.